In other lessons, we learned how to work with flavors and make our food taste better. But let's be real, like it's gonna get fucked up at some point, and so you're gonna use too much of something, and the wheels are gonna come off, and you're gonna be freaked out. It's totally normal. Like even those of us that have been cooking professionally for decades, like have this happen to us. Thankfully, there's a way to fix this. So within this course, you're gonna find a little chart that tells you how to correct your flavors, and so I'm gonna explain them right now. And basically, it comes down to if something is too much X, you then add Y to correct it. So the first thing I want to explain though is that it's totally okay to add sugar. Like there's this whole school of thought that says you should not add sugar to your dish, and I'm here to tell you that that's a bold-faced lie. You can add sugar, honey, agave, hell, even stevia, I guess, if you really wanted to. You can add anything you want to your dish if you know it's going to correct the flavor. Like don't get hung up on this whole like, I don't want to add sugar. Maybe if you're diabetic, don't be stupid, don't add sugar. But for the most part, like if you want to add sugar to your dish and nobody is going to die as a result, like there's no reason why you can't. If you want to correct the flavors in your dish, here's a really easy list of ways to correct them. And again, you'll find this chart attached to this course. So if your dish is too bitter, if your dish is too bitter, you want to add salt or sugar. If your dish is too sweet, like if you're getting a little too much sweetness or sugar, you went a little too crazy with the sugar or the honey, you want to add acid, and that would be, like vinegar or lemon. If your dish is a little too tart, a little too sour, too much lemon, too much citrus, too much pickliness, you can add a little bit of sugar that'll help bring down that acid flavor. If your dish is too rich, too fatty, if it's just like too much, like you sit down and you eat some scrambled eggs and you're done and you're just like, ugh, like that's too fatty, it's too rich. And what you can do to lighten that up is add a little bit of acid. In fact, you can actually add a tablespoon of vinegar to your scrambled eggs, and you'd be surprised how tasty it is. If something's too salty, you're fucked. There's really nothing that you can do, sorry. You can try adding more fat, you can try adding some sugar, you can try adding some acid. If it's just a little bit too much salt, that might fix it, but if it's like oversalted, truly the only thing that you can do is actually make another recipe of the dish with no salt and mix your old batch with your first batch. Like beyond that, there's really no way to fix it. And if your dish is too meaty, it's not possible, it's a trick question. If you want your dish to be as meaty as possible, like, and if your dish is too savory and too meaty, I want you to call me and I want to talk about it. It's really easy to fix your dishes. Like it's just, a matter of like having your tools handy, and those tools would be salt, vinegar, lemon juice, just like a couple real basic things. And with those 3 or 4 ingredients, you can fix pretty much any flavor problem in your dish.